Hell Let Loose Vietnam launches August 13th, and I want to be straight with you up front. No reviews exist yet. Nobody has played the finished game. Everything here comes from Steam, from the developers, and from journalists who got hands-on with the beta and the July playtest. So let's talk about what we actually know. This is a standalone game, not DLC. Expression Games took the 50 vs 50 formula from the World War II original, rebuilt it in Unreal Engine 5, and dropped it into the jungles and river deltas of Vietnam. 6 maps, 100 players per match, 17 roles. $39.99 with a 10% pre-order discount right now. Here's the thing you need to understand before anything else. This game is built to punish you for playing it like Call of Duty. Josh West at Games Radar got hands-on with the playtest, and his description says it all. He called it purpose-built to humble Battlefield players. And the reason comes down to one system: respawning. You cannot spawn on your squad mates. Not ever. You come back either at a garrison, which a commander or specialist has to build, or at an outpost placed by your squad leader near an objective. And if nobody on your team has set those up, you spawn back at headquarters, and you are looking at a 10-minute walk to get back into the fight. 10 minutes of walking. That sounds insane, and it's completely intentional. The whole point is that building infrastructure, placing outposts, running supply, following the chain of command, matters more than your kill count. Now, the Vietnam-specific stuff, and this is where it gets interesting. The two sides are genuinely asymmetric, which the original game never really did. The US gets fully operational helicopters for troop drops, fire support, and recon. The North Vietnamese army can't fly at all. Instead, they build tunnel networks, which let squads pop up somewhere you weren't expecting. Both sides get patrol boats for the rivers, and movement got a real overhaul. You can swim, climb, fast crawl through undergrowth, and drag a wounded teammate out of the line of fire. Two details I think are genuinely cool. The audio engine was rebuilt from scratch, with better spatial tracking so you can actually place where shots are coming from. And Expression Games partnered with the Royal Armouries in the UK. They scanned and recorded actual period weapons from the museum's collection. That's a real commitment to authenticity. Okay, now the problems, because there are some and you should know them. Performance is the big one. The beta pulled in 352,000 players, peaking at 184,000 daily, and it went badly enough that Expression Games delayed the game by 6 weeks from its original June date. Gaming Bolt reported inconsistent texture loading, blurry environments, and stuttering soldier animations. Tech Times also flagged stability problems specifically on AMD graphics cards. Now, a delay to fix that stuff is the right call, but whether it's actually fixed, nobody knows until launch day. Second, and this is from the Games Radar hands-on, he described unstable firing models, weak weapon feedback, and no real visual hit detection, meaning you often can't tell if your shots are landing. Third, and honestly this might be the biggest one, the game is built entirely around voice communication, and West pointed out that people just don't use mics much anymore, especially on console. His words: "When it clicks, with 50 players moving together, it's spectacular. When it doesn't, it's a slow slog across open ground." That's a coin flip, and it depends on strangers. Couple of practical things. Battalions, the clan system, is not in at launch, it's coming later. Nothing you earned in the beta or playtest carries over. It uses kernel-level anti-cheat, which you have to manually remove after uninstalling. And crossplay is on from day one across PC, PS5 and Xbox, which is a first for the series. So here's my take, and this is my opinion, not a fact. If you already love milsims, or you're burnt out on Battlefield and want something that demands more from you, this looks like exactly your game, and the asymmetric factions are a genuinely fresh idea. But if the words 10-minute walk back to the fight made you wince, believe that reaction. This isn't going to convert you. And if you're on the fence, my honest advice is wait 48 hours after launch. The performance question is the whole ballgame here, and you'll have real answers by August 15th instead of guesses. Now I want to hear from you. Are you coming from the original Hell Let Loose, or is Vietnam your entry point? And be honest, Do you actually use a mic when you play? Because this game kind of lives or dies on that. Let's talk in the comments.